such as the Navy's largest and most advanced ship, USS Gerald Ford aircraft carrier. The Navy cannot afford to lose the USS Gerald Ford. Figuratively and literally, the ship costs a heavy $13 billion and hosts 4,500 people. Losing it is synonymous with losing an entire billion-dollar city, along with hundreds of millions of dollars worth of aircraft, and worst of all, a colony of people on board the carrier must be defended by the best defense systems that cannot be evaded or outrun. Combine this with the traditional capabilities of the USS Ford, and you have a beast of a machine that's almost impossible to defeat. These capabilities include No. 3 nuclear power to Bechtel A-1B nuclear reactors, arguably the most cutting-edge engines created for use on water. Power the USS Gerald Ford. As a result, the carrier would only need to be refilled once over its entire 50-year operational life, as these engines make use of the everlasting nature of nuclear energy. This means USS Ford can run for 25 years without refueling, and with a peak speed of around 30 knots, the Ford becomes a true global voyager that arrives anywhere around the world in time to make a difference, like it did during the breakout of the Israel-Gaza conflict. No to massive air wing, the U.S. Navy has more aircraft than every air force in the world outside the United States. These include everything from fighters to surveillance aircraft to helicopters and so on. Up to 75 of these aircraft can call the USS Ford home at a time. Included in this lineup are the E to Hawkeye, the F/A-18 Super Hornet, and the Navy's favorite child, the F-35 Lightning, to whose development program remains the most expensive weapons development program of the Pentagon to date, with a reported cost of $400 billion. The result of such an expensive program is a fighter that really can do it all. Close air support, vertical takeoff, Atlantic, and everything in between, cementing it as the modern go-to fighter for the Navy and every other department of the military. In addition to these, the U.S. Navy is also developing drones that can take off from the deck of the USS Ford, such as the versatility of this aircraft carrier and its siblings. The systems on board make them capable of hosting and operating the widest array of aircraft, from manned aircraft to drones. The most crucial of such systems are the advanced launch and arrest systems. No. 1 Advanced launch and arrest systems, an electromagnetic launch system, catapults every kind of manned and unmanned aircraft to the sky in the shortest possible distance, and an arresting gear that saves them from becoming sea divers by grinding them to a sharp halt. Before, these systems were steam-powered systems that did the same job, but far less effectively. As a result, the newer systems on the USS Ford offer 4,100 takeoffs and 16,500 arrests before faults, while the preceding systems offer far less. This means more aircraft could take off from this carrier and land on it in the shortest possible time than aircraft carriers without these systems, an edge that would make a world of difference. On the battlefield, China just might have reason to be worried. At this point, who doesn't? The relationship between two of the most powerful nations in the world continues to deteriorate for many reasons, but most especially territory. Both sides are prepared to go to fight to defend their stance if the tensions aren't eased soon. The conflict of the century could break out, and it will most definitely change the world. As we know it, mass destruction would be normal. Many people will not survive it.